How's it going, guys? Welcome to Ambro's Landscaping YouTube channel. Today we are at at the largest condo that I maintain, and we're doing some final mowing and some leaf pickup. So I was just here a little bit ago, but then I had to run back to the shop to get something. So let me show you real quick. So we have a couple yards that went ahead and blew some of the leaves off, but now that the wind's picking back up, it's starting to blow the leaves back into the bed. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking. So if you guys watched my previous riding shotgun, you guys can see that what happens is that these leaves are a lot bigger compared to the ones I was mowing in my previous video. So one of the downsides about at least the Walker with big leaves is that they tend to build up in the front of the mower, and you can lift up the front of the deck a little bit more, but if you're doing mowings, it tends to fold over the grass because you know the decks lift up a little bit more. So then I had the idea, and it's funny because I already got a comment about this as well, which is, well, why don't you side discharge or mulch the leaves first, then suck it out with the Walker? So that's what we're doing today. But I was reached out by my Walker representative because this is a mower that I've been looking at kind of demoing for a while now. And so let me go ahead and turn around and show you guys. So this is the Walker B23i, but this is the Northwest Edition. Not sure exactly where else they sell this mower, because it was basically designed for my area, just because of the hills and also how soft and soggy the grass gets around here, especially recently with it been mowing. So we have the side discharge 48-inch deck that I've been using for the past couple months. So some of the things about this mower come standard with lights, which I don't really necessarily mow too much in the yard, but they're nice. Comes with the suspension seat. And then it comes with this utility bed as well that lifts up compared to like what the other models look like as well. And then it comes with these like more knobbier tires, but you can also get some different ones too. And then they also, 2008, I guess they'll have a more aftermarket, kind of a different kind of rim. So I've been looking at getting this because, as you guys know, I have two Walker T25i's. And I've been trying to mulch and side discharge as much, not only to save on, time to, where you have to go dump it in the truck, but also it's healthier for the grass to side discharge and mulch. The one thing, and like I said, I could just put a mulching deck on the T25i, but then of course now we have the weight to worry about because they're about around 1,000 pounds, where this thing is around 600 pounds. So like I said, I'm going to do a completely separate video on this mower, basically my overview of it after I put as many hours as I can on this thing. But the one thing I'm looking at selling this T25i to get something like this, or if not, one of the B model mowers, mostly just because of the weight. And then of course to do hillsides, because this thing does really well apparently on hillsides compared to the T25i. So like I said, we'll cover that all in another video. But we're going to get this thing out. We're going to start mulching up some of these leaves. We're going to kind of put it to the test, see how much I like it, and see if this mower is something that I am willing to switch over to, sell this guy to get this guy. And then that way I'll have one Walker for mulching, or mostly for side discharge because I might get the side discharge deck, and then one for bagging. So let's go ahead and get started. guys, so we got all the leaves, or at least a good majority of them, mulched up. And so far, I like it. The only thing I didn't like was the forward and backwards lever is very, very difficult to... It's not very smooth for some reason. I don't know if it's just the way that it's positioned or what. But I really like the weight of it so far. I can tell a huge difference, the split tail wheel in the back. So now we're going to use the blower. We're going to go pick up all the leaves, or at least blow them back away from the house, as you guys can see. The wind is starting to pick up, so I got to get going. So I'll try to get as much video of that as possible, but we will see. And if you guys are wondering why I'm using the Echo, it's because I accidentally ran over the BR600, so I got to fix that real quick. It's not a big fix, it's just the tube came undone. But anyways, so let's go get started.
Oh, every night is like a day, but all I'm feeling brave is I know I'm running late. Let's wait just one more day. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken. Feeling stuck, maybe out of luck. I'm falling in and out of time. I hope that you come home. Please pick up the phone. I need to know you are fine. I know I'm running away from moments. What am I becoming? I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken. I guess something's broken.
All right, guys, so we are all done here. It's about 3:30. And it sounds like I'm calling it early, but it starts getting actually completely dark at 4:30, and I have some things at the shop to go do. So we're going to head over to the shop. I'm going to try to get some footage for some upcoming videos as well while we have some sunlight, because this is usually the best time. Anyway, so I'm going to go do that. So, got some leaf pickups, so I got this whole section done. Actually, I forgot that little pile right there, so I got to go get that real quick. But anyways, that is it. So I'll see you guys over at the shop. All right, guys, so we are back at the shop, and of course, right when I got home, all three of my batteries are dead. Even the last shot of me driving away, I couldn't even finish it just because the battery died like literally in the middle of recording. And it makes sense with how much recording I got done today. So I was just kind of going over on my computer some of the footage just to see how it all turned out. Because today I didn't shoot it in 10 or in 4K. I shot it in 1080p or 1920 by 1080p. But I shot that at 120 frames per second, kind of, seeing how that looks compared to 4K. I truly love 4K. I just hate the fact that the frame rate is very, very low, because then it's not the greatest for slow motion. We're 120 frames per second. You're going to get some really, really good slow motion. So we're going to test that out. But other than that, I'll talk about this in a second. So other than that, the mower did really good. I'll just really quickly, because this isn't going to be my review. I'm just going to give you guys a couple of my favorite things about it. So as you guys see, it is standard to have lights. And I don't necessarily use lights because I don't tend to work that late. But, hey, why not? I guess from talking to my representative, he says that those will not be standard on next year's models. So that's not that big of a deal. And the biggest reason why he was letting me know was to engage the blades is right here. So when you're reaching back, you have to reach around the light post, which it did get in the way quite a bit. The brake is over here compared to on the left or on the right hand side, and so it's just a little bit more awkward to use those controls to kind of engage it and disengage it when I'm so used to the T25i. Well, oh, duh, I didn't realize I have it right here. So as you guys can see on the left hand side, there's the brake. On the right hand side, it's right here up in front. So it's just like a lot easier, just to easier access. There's not much to walk around. The one thing I loved was not having the big catcher behind me. That was like probably one of my favorite things I didn't realize. So I was able to really, get fairly close up to buildings where the Walker has the wheels on the side. Those were constantly I couldn't get that close. And because of how narrow the back is, I didn't have that problem. Plus the split tail wheel, I do like that. The third wheel on the T25i, I don't know. I was thinking about going to something like this. By far, my favorite thing about this thing is the weight, because like I said, the Walker, the T25i, this is around 1,000 pounds or a little bit less, where this is 600. So it's like a huge, and I can tell the difference. That's why I was really enjoying using this. It just sucks that it was blowing the leaves all over the place. And then the more aggressive tire, I actually like them quite a bit, because on turning, it didn't tear up the grass as much as just the normal. I don't know if it's called a high profile tire. I think that's what it's called. But then the suspension seat was really nice. It doesn't have the comfort, like the comfort seat, like the padding. If the suspension seat had the padding like the comfort, I would just be in awe. But the suspension of this makes it a lot smoother in the bumpy rides. But other than that, so far I'm pretty impressed with this. I was looking at switching, or at least upgrading, or not necessarily upgrading, but looking at getting a B model mower anyways, mostly because of the weight, and then a lot of it has to do with the hills. So I'm going to really test this thing to see how it does on a hill. And I don't think in any of my videos I've never really done much footage at Discount Tire, which is by far the most difficult property I have because of its hillsides. So we'll be probably getting some footage of that really soon. But if I do decide to get this, I will be selling my other Walker T25i mower, and then I would most likely be getting that. And then I'll probably be selling the Hustler, because this guy is just kind of sitting over here in the corner. I was thinking about keeping it for my property, because I have quite a lot of mowing to do around here, because this would save a lot of time. But there's no point in keeping a machine like this for my own property. It's just definitely not worth it, because if I were to get either side discharge or mulching deck for this, I can just do my whole property with that. So no need. But like I said, I was really, really impressed with that mower so far. So other than that, the only thing I do want to say this, I don't know if it's just this mower or not, the forward and backwards lever, it seems like it takes a lot of pressure. And it just seemed like because of the armrest, like you can adjust it, as you guys can see. You can adjust the armrest to either sit higher or lower. But as you guys can tell, I just had it up because it was just in the way of moving back and forth. And then the lighting kit's not really that big of a, not in the way, but that's probably one of the biggest things I did not like about this so far, this mower, was how much tension it seemed like there was on this lever. It wasn't as smooth like on my T25i's. So like I said, I'll definitely get that taken a look at. But other than that, so far, really happy with that mower. Now, let's talk about something else. This thing, this is the Billy Goat vacuum thingamajig. I bought it for my commercial accounts when I do my parking lots. And I'm actually going to, I don't know if I'm going to do the footage right now, because I'm thinking about doing some recording tonight to maybe get this thing all done, and then doing some voiceovers on top of it. I'm trying to see if I can get this thing returned. I absolutely hate this thing. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would already know that by now. But was not a big fan of this at all. The concept of it is great, but the overall machine I do not really care for. There's a lot of things I hate more than I like. So I'm not going to really talk about it too much in this video, just because I want to save it for when I do the review on this thing. But so far I absolutely hate it. So I'm talking to my dealer, seeing if I can return it. This thing doesn't even have like 2 hours on it, and I absolutely hate it. And I wanted to demo it at first, but my dealer didn't have a demo. And I was going to go with either this guy or the Little Wonder. And they said that they sell more of these. These tend to be more popular, and I went with it. And so far, I don't really care for it. So we'll see how that works out. But anyways, that's basically it. So we got some equipment in here, actually quite a lot of equipment. I still have my other Honda I got to bring over here. But other than that, guys, I think that's really it. I've already been talking way too much, and I feel like this video is going to go for quite a long time, so I'm going to try to cut it soon. But it seems like a lot of you guys enjoy me talking more, which is strange. But that's okay. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys tuned in, I hope you guys enjoy as much footage as I've been getting. I was going to show you my house, but it is pitch black out there, so I cannot show you. Oh, and then here's my wall of echoes. You guys probably saw that. This is, and then I have two more in the corner over there, but those are all my echo trimmers that I have. 3 of them are metal blade edgers. 1 is the bed redefiner, which I have up there, but I think I have an attachment for a weed whacker head. And then I have the rest of my stuff down under here. I got chainsaws, hedge trimmers, hand blowers. That's the new one right there. And then I got 2 more PAS systems right there. So a lot of echo equipment. A lot of guys are probably wondering what I'm doing, and a lot of guys have asked for me to give them my equipment, and the answer is no. I'm not going to just give you guys my equipment that I worked hard for. I do have some ideas that I'm thinking about using this equipment for, so I'm holding on to it right now just to see what I want to do and go from there. But anyways, that's it. I'm done talking. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on Ambro's Landscaping. And remember, always be original.